You guys have an exam coming up on Friday, February the 5th, which is next Friday. One of your classmates emailed me and asked how to study because going to the study plan, if you have gone to the study plan and read it for each chapter, and I hope you have, there is value in that, but it does contain a lot of information and it can be overwhelming. Now, there's a lot of study skills that I could talk to you about, but realistically, I'm going to show you what's the most important parts that you need to study because these are where I get the exam questions. So I do want you to go to the study plan. Well, first of all, let me just say this. Do your homework twice. Do both attempts because the questions will come from the homework questions. And do your quiz twice, even if you make 100 the first time, because it will give you a different selection of questions. So that's basically 2 homeworks, 2 quizzes, 4 times that you can do some practice questions for the exam. So I would absolutely learn those if I didn't do anything else. Okay? Then let's go to the study plan. I do want you to read it, but this is really where the exam questions are coming from. So you're going to start where it says dive in, just start with the first topic. And let's pretend that we can't really read very well. We're going to skim through the words until we see any question at all. I just want to point out this, there's videos in here and they're usually pretty good. But any questions at all? So I'm skimming through. I don't see, here's one. Try it. Susie has a homework assignment to pick an organism and give examples of how it exhibits all the properties of life. Susie has picked a chimpanzee as her organism. Which of the following is an example of a way a chimpanzee exhibits homeostasis? And we know that homeostasis is maintaining an internal balance of certain conditions within our cells. So, A, a chimpanzee is composed of cells which come together to form the tissues that make up its organs. Well, that does sound like one of the characteristics of life, but it's growth and development. So, B, a chimpanzee may shiver when it's cold to generate body heat. Well, let's see. Is that an example of homeostasis? If the chimpanzee is shivering, the chimpanzee must be cold. So negative feedback is when we reverse the stimulus in order to get our body back into balance. So shivering generates body heat, which raises our body temperature. That sounds like homeostasis to me, and I'm going to click on it, but I'm going to read the last 2. A chimpanzee mates with a member of the opposite sex to produce offspring. That sounds more like reproduction. A chimpanzee eats bananas and various other vegetation throughout the day as a source of energy for its body. That sounds more like metabolism, or at least related to metabolism. Then you check your answer and it says correct, but if it didn't say correct, it would tell you the correct answer. So any of these questions that you come across in any of these sections is basically my advice if you don't do anything else. I could tell you other things to do, but if you do what I'm telling you to do right now, you will pass. Okay, here's another question. Just keep skimming through and do every question that you see. And do the self-test questions as well, because that will let you know if you need to go back and review anything. And I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you guys all do well next Friday on exam 1.